Talk about the WWE thing with Arrow, where Green Arrow fights.
Oh, that's kind of stupid.
Just talk about the fight when it happens, though.
And it just wasn't, obviously it wasn't real, because...
I know it's not real, but it's still cool. Like, remember when he ran out into the ring and then he just started punching Stardust?
Yeah, which shows his Green Arrow side, because he didn't just, like, go underneath. He, like, jumped over the ring.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, Then he started punching him.
I mean, we'll talk about it if he comes to the ring as Green Arrow.
Stardust comes off really lame, honestly.
Yeah, I don't pay
Like, his outfit looks really gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, alright, let's talk.
Yeah, if Green Arrow, if Stephen Amell comes out with a bunch of arrows that actually are like punch arrows and that won't really hurt, I will be reviewing it then. I'll be like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Stephen Amell, because...
No, he's going out in the Green Arrow suit. You know that, right? That's why we should talk about it.
Yeah, but if he comes out shooting punch arrows, that'll be pretty awesome.
I'm not sure
because of the fact that he had to play Green Arrow, he didn't just work out. He also learned archery.
Yeah. And I saw, like, he does a lot of parkour and stuff.
I was thinking, I want to watch it, but I was thinking it'd be so freaking awesome if he came in through a zip line.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome.
But Green Arrow actually would. Like, he comes in, he, like, rolls in.
No.
Oh, he pulls it back.
No. It should be like, Stardust is like, he comes out in the seat, he's like, looks like the Arrow is forfeited. Like, just talking all this trash. And then he comes in on, like, a zip line and just kicks him.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Which is what I was saying in my top 10 favorite superheroes. I was like, that's just like, when you see Spider-Man fighting and even movies or comic book, it's just awesome. And which it is, but for me it's even more awesome, like when he comes in a zip line, does a flip, pulls out an arrow, shoots one, while he's still in the air flipping, and then lands, shoots that guy, takes two out.
The crowd will go wild over that.
Yeah, that's why I want him to zip line, roll over, like roll and then get back on his feet, then pull out like one of the punching arrows that won't actually hurt, hit him in the face with them, then go and punch him.
Yeah.
Then start fighting.
But like, how would you even like shoot an arrow? Like, how would they orchestrate that to work?
Well, I mean, what they'll do is he'll come in through a zip line with the bow in his back, or it's like on his side or something, and then obviously he'll have like the one arrow in his quiver.
Yeah.
They'll come in, he'll zip line, he'll kind of just like run in because of the zip line, he has to go fast. Then Stardust will be all confused. They'll pull out an arrow, shoot him in the face with like the non-hurty arrow.
Yeah. Or like he would just come ziplining down and just kick him in the chest and he falls. Like anything would just be so cool.
Oh yeah, especially if it's a zipline involved.
Right.
They've done that a couple of times, so I really like the whatever his name is, the guy that like retired recently. What the hell is his name? Well, there was this guy that did that exact same thing. He came in through a zip line, and I thought it's just so free, especially if it's Stephen Amell just in the new Green Arrow suit.
Yeah, well, this is where we're gonna officially like see it in emotion now. So it's gonna be awesome, like seeing it in WWE.
Even then, now I gotta watch it because even just him in the suit's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But I think just knowing WWE and them being theatrical like that, I think they might have him come in an awesome way. Somehow, an awesome way.
Yeah, it's gotta be like, it can't just be him walking out. It's just gotta be like in a Green Arrow fashion. Or else it's gonna just take away from like it being thematic from the character, like losing its novelty. But yeah, all right, let's jump into BAM. What's up, guys? Justin here. I was recording that whole session. I'm throwing that in because it was just a cool thing they talked about. And Drake here.
It was.
Drake with Gambit got his cards.
Yeah, which I don't know if I've actually said something like that. No, I've never told you guys. At least I don't think so. I am a magician, so of course I have cards.
Yeah. Think of him as the,
a Gambit / Green Arrow?
I was going to say the chick from DC,
Zatanna?
Yeah, the male Zatanna or something.
Yeah, that's her father. I don't know what his name is. It's about the same. It's like the Zatanna.
Yeah.
Like that. Whatever, you guys know what we're talking about.
Or Doctor Strange, whatever works. Magic.
Yeah, whatever works. Yeah, magic-y stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so now to news, and I'm sorry we are late. Obviously, Justin has said in his update, I was in New York, and we just didn't get around to it because there wasn't enough news, so we had to put it off even then. So we are finally getting to it. So here is BAM. Justin, the first piece of news.
Fox is still committed to Fantastic Four sequel.
Alright, I don't have a problem with this, as long as it's a new director and he is not drunk off his butt.
Yeah, I think the problem with that was because of the director and everything, but I think Fox had some involvement too, but, like, I don't know why. Like, even if they do get a new director and cast or whatever, then people are still not going to go see it because the damage has already been done, you know? Like, I
don't know. A bunch of fans are probably going to go see Deadpool, though.
Well, yeah, because Deadpool actually looks good. And Fantastic Four wasn't. Like, anybody who saw the Deadpool trailer was laughing. It's just so funny.
That's kind of a bad excuse. But, I mean, there's been a history in the past. The movie has been bad. And then a second one was made, and that's good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like...
I think people will see it. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I don't have a problem with the cast, but I think people will see it. Will go see it now that if they are told that it's going to have a new director and a new cast. Even though I have no personal problem with the cast, I think it was just the script.
They said they're still committed. So, I'm wondering here. So I'm guessing there's probably not going to be any talks with Marvel then, Marvel Studios. So if they're still committed to do a sequel, even after they lost $60 million.
Yeah, I think Marvel is in that policy of like, all right, you get 3 times, which is what happened with Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, here's the thing.
3 times and you're out.
They started shooting Fantastic Four 3 weeks before their rights were up. So, like, 3 weeks before, they had to give it back to Marvel. So, it almost feels like they only did it to keep the rights. And even then, they still make that enough money that they thought they were. So, I mean, we'll see if they're going to do a new cast lead up or anything like that. But
yeah, like I said, I mean, at least comic book fans-wise are really smart people. I think they'll be smart enough to see, all right, that's a different director, so I should probably go see this just to see if it's good.
Yeah. Or at least get a new director, because Josh Trank was just drunk and high off his rocket.
I mean, it's also the hype thing. You know, with this movie, people kept hearing it was bad, so of course not that many people saw it, and of course, obviously, it was bad.
Yeah.
Saw it. So if people go see this, like critics and stuff, and they hear that it's good, you know, it's going to make people go see it, and...
I think it all depends on the date. Like, even if you set your trailer and you got fans interested, like, it's the Fantastic Four, it's like what they are supposed to be. It all depends on the date because other comic book films and what people are going to be more interested in. Like, it all depends on the release date. Like, I wouldn't release it around, like, Batman v Superman or Civil War. Release it during, like, a date where... You know, no comic book films are coming out, like, that month or for the past 2 months. So, yeah. Our next piece of news, Drake?
Alrighty, that will be Spider-Man's Civil War suit leaked, maybe.
Yeah, we're talking about this because at the time, like, we thought these are leaked photos from Civil War or something like that when they showed it at Comic-Con. But I think they're fake because, first of all, Marvel Studios hasn't even taken them down. They're still all over the internet, and they just honestly...
I don't know. Sometimes it's just too hard to take stuff down. Like, they wanted to take the Deadpool thing down, till obviously it found out it helped them more than didn't hurt them, but they couldn't do that. It's just, sometimes they're able to take it down because it's just in the ether, just newly enough that they can just take it from these separate spots. But sometimes it's just, it's in there too long, and people have shared it just too much that it's almost impossible to take it down.
Yeah, but that Deadpool test footage, I feel like that was like, oh yeah, well, that's test footage. Like, you could tell that was probably, you know, CGI. Like, it was obviously CGI from the movie that they were working on. Because, like, the Deadpool movie was confirmed before the test footage came out. And so I honestly, I think this is just probably fake. Like, it looks Photoshopped to me.
I don't know. It's kind of hard because
I honestly, I feel like the one picture, well, I'll put these up when I edit it, but yeah, where he's like sitting down on like that subway train and he's got that shirt on, that doesn't feel like no. Like, even if it's custom made, like he made it himself, I don't feel like they would use that type of style on film. No, and plus, like, they're two completely different suits in the other picture where he's crawling up the building.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man's always had two different suits. One that he kind of started out with and one that...
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a quick montage, like update of suits and stuff, but I'm not sure. We have to wait till the film comes out, or Civil War. Because this is obviously, like, a part of Civil War, in quotations. But, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, like, till the trailer comes out or when the film comes out next year. But next we got Constantine confirmed for Arrow. Now, I'm glad because it was such a shame that Constantine got canceled because I was watching that show a while ago. It's a great show, and it was such a shame that it got canceled. Like, it kind of sucked. But now that's going to be on Arrow. What good is that? Like, obviously it's going to be beneficial because we're getting to see Constantine again. But maybe the fans will feed off that and, like, get the message out about getting Constantine back or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, they probably had a reason for canceling, but yeah, I'm with you. I was watching it too, and so, I've heard this obviously before. Yeah, so I was pretty excited. I was just another awesome, cool character to add to Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just,
Yeah.
There's not much I can say. It's just gonna help it.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully
it's gonna help grow.
And hopefully Constantine kills off. What's her name?
Felicity.
Felicity, yeah. Hopefully she kills off Felicity.
Well, like, the main problem with Constantine, like, the show, is because it didn't get enough viewers watching it, which kind of sucked. But maybe this will help grow Constantine's popularity. Because Arrow the TV show has become so damn popular now, so...
Yeah, which hopefully will turn it into a movie, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
I don't know, DC. Think about what Drake... any DC executives listening to Drake right now, like, just listen to him.
Yeah, listen.
Make a fan's dream come true.
By any chance there is a DC executive, what I want you to do is I want you to listen. Make it into a movie. First off, read almost every single thing you can from the Green Arrow comic books. Get all of that information, right? Look at what kind of, look at my rant, see what I said about the TV show. Do none of that what I said is bad about the TV show. Right, and I think you'll have a good movie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, and our next piece of news is Drake.
Next piece of news. First, look at Jay Garrick in Flash 52.
Yeah, season 2.
Season 2, sorry.
Yeah, we finally get to see Jay Garrick. We saw, like, a little quick teaser of his helmet from the last episode of Flash Season 1, which is pretty cool. When I watched, I was like, I don't get it. Like, I didn't get the reference, but then I did research. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It seems like they're building, like, Flash to have a bigger universe, like more Flash characters.
I mean, Wally West, which he does in the comic books. I mean, you got Wally West, Jay Garrick, the other one that's like a distant relative to Wally West.
Yeah.
So Flash is just a long-running family, and it all started with Barry Allen.
Yeah, right. And the way it ended in season 1, like that cliffhanger when he's running up in that tornado, and then we don't know what happened after that. That's what kind of sucked about the ending. I was like, oh, dude, no, they can't do that to us. So we have to wait.
It's actually pretty interesting because, I mean, the Flash shoot, the actual Flash shoot from the TV show, which I'm sure they're going to change it in the next season. I think it's going to be a bit brighter. But anyways, yeah, so obviously they're changing that. So I thought, because it's not exactly how it is in the comic book, so I thought, all right, so Jay Garrick's suit is a bit goofy in the comic books. So I thought they were going to change it a little bit. I mean, they changed it a little bit, the textures, but it still actually is very like the comic book, which actually kind of works here.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah, it looks like they even got the cover, which is obviously paying homage to that Flash comic with him and Jay Garrett. It looks really cool, like Jay Garrett, and I'm interested to see what they do with this character in Flash season 2. I honestly don't feel like we'll see him right off the bat, but we'll see him in season 2 because they already teased the poster. So yeah, our next piece of news is Civil War Black Panther set photos leaked. We see I forget the actor's name, but we see him in T'Challa in the Black Panther suit. It looks freaking awesome. One thing I'm kind of skeptical about is the I don't know, like I like how it's like the shade of black, but like I don't know.
In my opinion, I don't like. I can't really make any complaints because I'm not seeing it clearly right now. Like
Yeah.
I have to even in the one that's pretty big, I have to zoom in anyways.
Yeah.
And it's just the only problem with me is that like the shoulders and like around the head area is pretty big.
Yeah, yeah. And the helmet, like we haven't seen the helmet yet, but we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, but like it's so different though when you look at the other picture where he's like on the building. Like it looks almost exactly like from the comic books in that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, honestly, in the comic books as well, which you'll hear me constantly say this throughout every single one of our reviews, but yeah, in the comic books, it's like that. He has like two different outfits. He has like his classic one, which is like just kind of the regular one, and he has like his Prince one that's a bit more
like
fancy,
yeah, Prince like Wakandian and everything like in the culture.
Yeah, which has like a cape on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're seeing two different outfits altogether, because like obviously when he first appears, he's probably going to be in that Princey one with the cape. So that may be the one we're seeing right now, and then the one where he's on the building might be a totally different one, because to me they almost look totally different, because the building one looks a bit more tighter.
Yeah.
And
it looks different like in terms of texture too and like color.
Yeah.
But yeah, our next piece of news is we're going to talk about the details from the Captain America Civil War trailer. It hasn't been leaked, but there are details. I'm going to read them out to you guys. The new Avengers are in buildings overlooking crowded market in what appears to be in third world country. Eyes on target, folks, Captain America says. Falcon says Red Wing launch. And Red Wing is like kind of like the sidekick for Falcon, like this well, in the movie, it's described as like a robotic bird for Falcon, so that's pretty cool. And a small drone hovers free and dives down the street, swooping beneath a truck which is loaded with explosives. Black Widow is in a cafe. It's a battering ram, she says. The team closes in on a truck, opens, revealing Crossbones, which we see kind of like his character build in Winter Soldier with that guy that Anthony Malky's Falcon was fighting, and he got, we see him like in the after effects of the building falling, and his face is all burnt and shit. So he's going to be in Civil War. And then we see them spring into action. Crossbones is firing. Black Widow flips through the air, sending a bad guy flying. Crossbone grips Captain America and slams him into a concrete wall. He leers at a hero from behind a metallic skull-shaped mask. You dropped a building on my face, he snarls, a reference to the conclusion of Winter Soldier. And then Cap rips his gauntlet off and pushes free, and then tears off his metal mask. Crossbones kneels, defeated, and mutters, he remembered you. Your pal, your buddy, your Bucky. Turns out Captain America does have a weak spot. And then then we see the Marvel logo. Then we see the formal General Ross, the nemesis of the Incredible Hulk. And then we see some dialogue for him. And then we see we have a reunion of Cap and another powerful being, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. He says, sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth, he says. Damn, we got the harsh dialogue. This is awesome. Something has happened. Something can't be undone. The world wants heroes to stay heroes, but they need to be regulated, controlled. We see a flash of heroes. Scarlet Witch, Paul Bettany as the Vision, Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye striking a pose with his bow and arrow, and then we see T'Challa, Black Panther, and then as we see various teams of powerful beings running at each other, a footage of Ant-Man. Inside, he meets Cap and totally geeks out. Captain America, he says, awestruck, shaking his idol's head, shaking it some more, and then some more. I'm shaking your hand too long, he says. Just basically kind of like the comedic that Paul Rudd Ant-Man is. So then he's like, "You're great. This is awesome." He's like, "I want to say I know you're great, like a lot of superhero people." And then we see nothing from Spider-Man in here. Interesting. I guess they're saving that for later. But yeah, a cool trailer as it's described. You know, get to see Captain America fight Crossbone. Some harsh dialogue between Cap and Iron Man, which is definitely what I want to see. I cannot wait between the fight. Like it's like DC has their Batman v Superman. This is like Marvel's Batman v Superman. Iron Man versus Captain America. It might not be
like Kingdom Come though.
Yeah, it might not be on that par of popularity of Batman v Superman, but it's there. Like, it's just so awesome. I cannot wait for this trailer. That's why I want it to leak so bad, but Marvel's strict on this one, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no Spider-Man in that trailer, I guess. That was posted by Marvel, like, just a description of the trailer. But, yeah, that's all the news we have for this week, guys.
Yep.
We will see if we can be back next week if there's enough news. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Peace out. Justin signing off.
Drake signing off.
I'm confused.